Hello students, I am Anshu Batra, teacher English from KV number 1 Itanagar, and today I am there with my 8th video with you. And today in this video we will discuss about a poem The Ant and the Cricket from Class 8 Honeydew book. Dear students, if you like my video and get some help by my video, please write your comments in the comment box. Also subscribe my channel and press the bell icon for getting the notification of next videos. Before we start the recitation of the poem, I would like to tell you that this poem is a fable. Now you might be thinking, what is fable? Dear students, fable is a story often with animals as characters that conveys a moral. Means the stories which are having animal characters and which try to teach us something good. You might have listened many stories like the stories of hare and the tortoise, ant and the grasshopper, lion and the mouse, right? These stories are meant to teach you something and they give you some good message. Dear students, this poem is also presented in the form of fable where we have two characters, the ant and the cricket. The ant and the cricket are having just contradictory qualities. The ant is so hardworking, where the cricket is so lazy, who is a grasshopper like insect. Dear students, this poem is actually adapted from Aesop's fables. When you look up the writings of Aesop, you immediately realize that there is something similar in all of his fables. Simple moral endings to each story. Dear students, time passed, but today also these moral endings are bringing the same enlightenment to us as they did over 2000 years ago. Now, let's see a small introduction of Aesop. As you can see the image, this is the image of Aesop. The history as to who Aesop was is cloudy and staggered. People don't know it clearly. It is speculated that he was from ancient Greece. However, the dates of his birth and death are still not confirmed. Many notations state that he was born in 620 BC and died in 560 BC. So let's see this beautiful fable taken from Aesop's collection. Before we recite the poem, let's see the introduction of this poem. This is a fable that conveys a moral. This poem is about an ant and a cricket and contains an idea of far-reaching significance, which is as true of a four-legged cricket as of a two-legged one. The moral behind the poem is live today, but save for tomorrow. Dear students, here two-legged crickets are actually the human beings who are so lazy and they do not save for tomorrow and they regret when they are not having anything. So, dear students, let's see the first stanza of the poem. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm, sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Dear students, in this stanza, actually, the poet says that there was a silly young cricket. Here, silly means what? Who is not having wisdom or sense, right? And young cricket is like a grasshopper, means a grasshopper like insect who was accustomed to sing, that is, who was having a habit to sing during the spring and summer seasons. Dear students, here gay means happy and enjoyable. The poet calls spring and summer season gay. Why? Because they are full of life. There is greenery everywhere. Food and water are in abundance, means in large number. That's why what the cricket did? The cricket just enjoyed these seasons, and he did not collect food for future. And you know, students, when winter season came and he saw that he's not having anything to eat, then he started complaining, right? See the second stanza. Let's recite it. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground. Not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. Oh, what will become, says the cricket, of me? Dear students, as you read this stanza, it is very clear that now the cricket is regretting, because now he is not having anything to eat, because you know very well he has not collected his food for winter season, right? And however soon those months of rejoicing and joy passed away, right? Rejoicing and joy giving months were what? The summer season and spring season. Now they are over. Now the cricket was in trouble. He began to complain when he found that his cupboard was empty at his home. There was not even a crumb. That is, there was nothing to eat. Right? A crumb means a small fragment of bread, means a small piece of bread was also not there with him to eat. And so he was so tensed that now what will happen? He is not having anything to eat. Now what will he do? Okay, now let's see the next stanza. At last, by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold, away he set off to a miserly ant to see if to keep him alive he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow, he would repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. Dear students, as you recite these lines, you may understand what is the condition of the cricket. He has not saved anything for future. Now see, he is dying of food and he is requesting ant to help him. These lines tell us that the cricket had not eaten anything and was starving with hunger. It mustered its courage and set off to seek the help of a miserly ant. Here, mustered its courage means the cricket gathered the courage to speak to the ant. And here, set off means what? He started his journey, means he started moving towards the ant who is miserly. Miserly means what? The nature of not giving to others, right? Here, the ant who are very tiny means small. Their nature is told that they are never giving their things to others because whatever they are having by their hard work. So, they also wish that others should also do hard work to collect the things. So, here it is written that the cricket mustered the courage, right? Because the cricket was also afraid of ants who were hardworking. So he just sat off to seek the help of a miserly ant. And why he set off or went to miserly ant? Because he knew that the ants may provide him a mouthful of grain, that is food. And he also wished that the ant would also provide him shelter from the rain. There was famine. And what is famine? The unavailability of food, right? Chilling cold and perhaps raining, which made the cricket wet and shiver a lot while traveling. Understand? He was not having anything to eat. And that's why what he wished, dear students, he wished that the ant would lend it some food and shelter and promised to repay by the next day. Right? He requested the ant to give him food, shelter, and he also promised that he would give that back the next day, or else it will die because of chilling cold, hunger, and sorrow of not doing anything. So, dear students, you saw that for convincing the ant, how many excuses the cricket gave. Now, let's see when he gave these excuses, what was the response of the ant? Did the ant help him or did the ant give him some lesson? Let's see the next stanza. Let's recite it. Says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend. But we ants never borrow. We ants never lend. So, dear students, what do you see? That the ant directly refuses him to give anything. And now, see the next lines. What happens in next lines? But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Quoth the cricket, not I. Dear students, in this way you saw that how the ant commented to the cricket and tried to teach him the lesson. As the ant heard the request of cricket, the ant answers that it considers itself to be his servant as well as a friend. Means what the ant said? That listen, cricket, I am your servant and I am your friend too. However, the ants never borrow anything from others, nor lend anything. Means the ant indirectly told the cricket that the ant's nature is not to take things from others and even not to give things to others. Saying this, the ant asked the cricket, why did it not gather anything when the weather was warm? During spring and summer, that is when it was the appropriate time, right? When there was the right time, when the cricket could collect the food. At that time, why didn't he collect the food? This the ant asked him. Okay, now let's see the next lines where the cricket replies. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. You sang, sir, you say? Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. So, in these lines, hearing the ant, the cricket replies that its heart was so light, that is, it was quite happy and did not care about the future. The cricket further says that it kept singing day and night, that is, all the time, as all nature looked gay. That means everything looked happy and joyful, right? So the cricket was watching, no, that the nature is so beautiful, so pleasant. So he was so happy and he was just being happy, singing all the time, all day and night. He thought that the beauty of spring and summer, as well as abundance of food and shelter, will always remain there. He never cared about the future, right? Now, let's see the next stanza, which is the last stanza of this poem. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket, and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable. I will warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs and some have 2. So, dear students, listening to the cricket, the ant tells him that he was singing and enjoying during the spring and summer. Now he should do the same, and the winter will go away. Saying this, the ant hastily lifted the wicket. What it means? The ant quickly ended the conversation and pushed the poor cricket out of the door. In the last 2 lines, the poet says that folks, what are folks? People, who call this poem a fable. Fable means a story which is having animal character to give just the moral. The story is not true, but it is meant to give us just the moral, right? However, he thinks that the story is quite true because there are many crickets with 4 legs as well as with 2. That is, there are insects like cricket who do not care about future, and also humans. Here, humans are who? Here, poet says na, crickets with 2 legs. So he is directly referring to the humans. He is criticizing those humans who are very lazy and who do not care about their future and repent when time is gone. Okay, now let's see the message of the poem. When we are young, we must spend our time working and planning for the future. The cricket enjoyed sunny moments of summer and spring and did not think of the cold and difficult moment of winters. The ant was occupied all through summer and spring, collecting food for the winter and storing it safely. Okay, students. So, I hope you all will also do savings for your future so that you will never find difficulty in your life. Right? So, learn a lesson from the ant. Okay, have a nice day and study properly. Thank you very much for listening me.